Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Baking for Business. I'm Jojo Lydiah, director and cake artist at Little Hands Bakehouse, located in Nakuru, we are in Kenya. And on this channel, we talk about cake business entrepreneurship, we share story time, we share tips and hacks, and we answer to the many questions that we always receive them all over our mediums. And on today's topic, we talk about how Little Hands came to be. We have so many people asking, when was Little Hands Bakehouse formed? How did you come about to have the name Little Hands Bakehouse? How many years are you into production? When and how did it start? So in our today's topic, it's all about the story time, and we're talking about how Little Hands Bakehouse came to be. Now, the story starts 2014. Now, the story will be dated back from 2014. This is when I relocated back to the country. For the ones that who know me closely, I've been out of the country for so many years. We're talking about 9+ years. And I've been out in the country for studies and for work. Now, coming 2014, I'd already decided I'm coming back home after working in diaspora for a long time. So this 2014, I came back to the country in May. And this is when I was almost expecting my baby. I knew for sure I want to have my baby back in my country. And this is the time I'm relocating back and to do other things back home. What we've been missing, what we've been wanting to be home. Yeah, finally it came. So in June, I got my baby, bouncing baby girl, baby Luisa. She's now 7 years. Thank God for the journey has been amazing. I'm a mother. She's my one baby as of now. So all along I've been knowing I don't want to be employed. After being employed for almost all my life outside there. So having the mind of and the lifestyle of living out of the country, living abroad, I was based in Dubai for 5 years. I was working as a sales consultant in a furniture showroom called Western Furniture. It was extremely high-end furniture showroom. So upon coming back and having life outside there, it was about, everything was very different. So when I relocated back to Kenya, I was looking at opportunities, kind of businesses that I really would like to venture into. So, and now I'm a first-time mom, and I have my baby here. And as it is, I've said I don't want to get employed, but again, we'll need this money. So the only opportunity there was to have a business. Now coming up with a business idea. Now what came into my mind was to have a daycare. Outside there, daycare is the order of the day. Yes, a lot of daycare, very nicely made, very beautifully made. And you just take your kids there, you go to your work, and you come back in the evening for them. So for me, this is an idea that I really wanted to bring it here. Having in mind, I'm a first-time mom. I'm still young. I would really like to look for money as I take care of my baby. So I was considering everyone within my age bracket and all that. These are young parents who are into their age, kids bearing age. And besides that, they want to be employed, get some money and take care of these little babies of theirs. So that's where we were coming in. That's the gap that I saw that I wanted to fill. So in this sense, I really wanted to have the daycare that can take care of these young mothers, these young dads, that they need to work. Now the whole idea into the head, what is it that I wanted? And having worked in a furniture showroom for a very long time, And I've said it was a high end. We were having eyes of fine stuff, fine good items, fine furniture that just amazing. So having this background of the kids' bedroom, kids' play area, kids, everything put together when it comes to kids. So the whole idea was but to have a daycare. So we started looking for a premises, and as it is, when it comes to the rental places around, you can have like one compound that has maybe 3 houses and all that. So our concept and what was in my head was not that kind of setup. So I was looking for an on compound space where the whole compound is for us. And as God will bring it, there was a house at a very strategic place in Rescos in Nakuru where the house was just like vacated some few, maybe couple of weeks. So we went, negotiated, talked, and now we had a premise. So we had to renovate this place. It took us about, let's say, 1 month, because you bring the furniture for them to make the furniture and all that. And so within that space of time, 1 month, now when it came to like looking for the name for this daycare, I was having, because it had to associate with kids, something babies and all that, because we were looking after the kids from 6 months up to school going age, that is 3. Those are the comfortable age that you are looking for, because you can't satisfy everyone. So now looking and thinking about the name, I was like, at some point we were to do Little Toes Daycare. Toes. It wasn't like coming out so well for me. Then, like all of a sudden, Little Hands Daycare. And that's how Little Hands Daycare came to be. It was a very safe place for the babies. We really enjoyed taking care of the babies. The place was so big. We had staff up to 7. I was going just there to take care of everything, just to be there, to direct, to move. Yeah, most of the time you could find me there, because you can't just leave the stuff just like that. So we used to work together, coordinate, plan and all that. It was a success. Little Hands Daycare still remains in my heart. My baby was also taken care of there. I was always there every day with her. Together with her friends, we built a community, we built a family. We took care of kids there for the very long time we were there. And with all these attributes goes to God because of the patience, the love, it was very receptive, the idea, because it was a borrowed idea. And again, yeah, it's something I really enjoyed doing. The idea was foreign, I think. Now, how is Little Hands Daycare and Little Hands Bakehouse coming about? So when we were still running the daycare, you see, we have kids who are not going to school because it was not school going age. But for other kids who are maybe leaving school at 3 p.m., but their parents are still at work until 5, we could also have those slots. They could come from school and then just spend the 2 hours. They do their homework, they take their evening tea, snack, whatever is there as they wait for their parents. So we accommodated this type of age, but it wasn't a big age because you are looking up to 7 years. The kids who can relate to the younger ones, not kids who are like in grade 4 and above, because at times they don't blend in so well. So in that context, we tend to have a very big number. And having the daycare, which was very beautiful, very beautiful, both from inside and outside. Now we started getting requests from parents. Can we do a birthday party here? And I was like, it's an idea, why not? So we came about a policy, like if you're a kid, that is, if you're registered with us, we've taken care of you. At any given point, you can do your birthdays there at no charge. But whoever who was to come from outside, we used to charge them. So But we really wanted to work with the ones that are our kids because there's a way we could relate well. So in that contest, we started seeing cakes, birthday cakes coming to the daycare. So in a week, we could get a minimum of 2, 3 at times. So it kept on going. So like 3 from all places where the cakes are, the shops in town, individual cakes. At that time, we didn't know any. So we could just see the cakes. 2 cakes in a week, the 3rd cake in a week. Coming to think of it, for me, I saw a business opportunity. I asked myself, if these parents can give me their kids to take care of them for the whole month, and again, we also, as much as we take care of these kids for 1 month, it has related to 6 months, 8, 1 year. The others we did consecutively every day for 2 years. So for me, it wasn't a very difficult task to talk to these parents who I see them on daily basis in the morning and in the evening when they're bringing the kids and dropping and picking the kids. So I was like, even before I talked to them about anything that I really see a business opportunity, cakes for them to give me the birthday cakes to bake for the kids, I need to do my background check now. Yeah, I need to see how this cake can translate to business. So that's how I can say Little Hands Bakehouse started, the inception started. So for me to actualize this dream and this vision, I just had to put everything together to bring all these ideas together, how to go about it, how to do what at what point. Now, I'll still take this back so many years. When I was a little baby, I was about 8 to 9 years. That is, I was in primary school, lower grade. My sister at that point was in year 4 in high school. For me, I think I was in year 2 or 3. So when she's there, she used to study home science. And with home science, a lot of the cooking part. And as she was studying the home science, most of her project, she used to bring them back home. Project of anything, maybe they will have a project of spreading the bed, so she could come spread. I don't know if they used to take pictures, but she could do it, maybe just to practice so that she can again take it back to school of what she's practiced at home. Even the cooking, she used to bring the cooking, but now this time she used to do the baking. So when they were doing the project of the baking, maybe they've been given recipes and all that, but you have to bake it at home, then bring the baked product back in school. So at that point, she used to bring all these things back home. So that's where the baking began in our family, through my elder sister. I was barely a little girl, 9 years old. So when she came, we used to bake using sand, the traditional method of baking. Using the sand, you just put the sand in a big sufuria. Then you grease your other tin, the one that you're going to bake the cake, inside the sufuria, then you cover, the whole traditional way. So when she used to come, like these are the ingredients. We used to have margarine, and that time we used to use Blue Band. We never had Prestige whatsoever. We were never using butter at that point. So we use Blue Band, then there's sugar, then there's milk, then there are eggs. So for her, she used to, at that time, we used to use the normal cups. So like 4 cups of sugar, 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of sugar, those measurements. So for her, like the margarine is already there with the sugar. Help me to rub it. No. We use a wooden stick. We could do it. All of us. It wasn't only me. Other elder sister, my other brothers, we could do something. These are the one you grease the the sufuria that is going to bake, like that, so it's ready. So we could all do this thing collectively. But when she finished her high school, it's something that was in her, and it kept going and going. Now, we kept baking in the house. We kept growing big. I remember we did 2 wedding cakes for our neighbors from our house in that traditional method of baking. And even for her, she did her own wedding cake in 2001. She went back to her home science teacher, and that time the teacher had transferred from this school to the other, and they did the wedding cake, decorated, and that was what was presented during the wedding cake. So it kept on and kept on. And by the time she was doing her wedding, I was out of high school. So all along the journey, we've been baking in the house for one reason or another, a friend or what and what, but that time she was the one who was doing. So fast forward, now I joined campus. I went to Uganda. By there, I'm a trained teacher, biology, chemistry. I studied in Kampala International University. So we joined the campus, and now friends are there and all that. So for me, I forgot about my baking because anyway, it wasn't part of me. Now, one of my friend said by the way, I have a birthday and I need a cake. Where can we buy a cake? I was like, coming to think of it, do you know we bake in our house? I can bake a cake for you. Everyone just turned like, are you for real? This is my friend. She's called Alice Simiu. And my roommate was Marcella. So we were a couple of others but you can bake a cake from where? Like nobody even ever had anything that we can bake or we bake and all that. So it's like, okay, let's do it. So what do we need? Ingredients. First, we needed to look for sand, and we needed to look for charcoal jiko now. Because in campus we don't cook with jiko, but we had to buy. So we went, collected the sand, because it's not any kind of sand. There's a specific sand that you have to use. So we went, I helped in collecting because I know what I'm looking for. Then we did the charcoal, now ingredients. And by that time, I could not remember the measurements. So I called my sister up.